Hi everyone, my name is Neha Singh. I have chose the topic as open source is everything for the course 4020. Let me start up with my abstract. Well, my abstract gives the overview about the topic I chose. Let me first tell you what an open source means. The term open source refers to something that can be modified because it is designed and can be accessed by the public. Now, let us go to the introduction. The introduction part. Well, open source is a software whose source code is available for modification or enhancement by anyone. Source code is the part of software that most computer users don't ever see. The introduction, I have also mentioned few points about issues related to open source everything. Now let us go to the background. Coming to the background, some software has source code that cannot be modified by anyone but the person, team, or organization who created it. Well, this type of software is known as closed source. And also mention in utilization scenario that means where this open source is implemented is the software for computers, computerized substance, medical field, educational field, and many more. And I think and hope there are yet more fields where open source can be implemented. Since there are pros and cons for both open source, so there are some issues related to open source as well. Well, coming to the issues, some of the issues related to open source are in the field of business, in the field as I've mentioned, and below also I've listed issues which can be caused due to an open source. Like it makes it easy for unskilled users. At the point when property software offered better support, at the point when property software works better with your hardware, and at the point where warranties and liability immediately matter. There are these issues. Let us go to the results. Well, the result of my work or with my knowledge, I have come across some companies which used open source, and also have come across some other companies which don't use open source. But the difference what I have seen is companies which have used open source have got better and more efficient results than when compared to the companies which are yet to implement the open source in their work. And with this result, I have come to an evaluation part as well. Well, this evaluation, when I was halfway through with this, I've come to the evaluation part, and here I've mentioned, does it do what I require it to do? The primary inquiry you need to ask yourself when presenting an open source venture, that is, when you're using an open source, you have to know if the input what you're giving and the output what you're getting is the exact what you needed. Else there's no point you using an open source. Let us go. And in this evaluation, I have also interviewed an employee who works on site on the open source. Now, coming to the summary. while I would say I would summarize with all the points or all the information which I have gathered about open source, everything is, while it originated in the context of computer software development, today the term open source designates a set of values, what we call the open source way. And open source projects, products, or initiatives are those embrace and collaborate open exchange, rapid prototyping, and finally community development. Coming to the references, these are the references to which I have taken help, or these, with the help of these references I could collect information to complete my project. I have interviewed a person who worked on site and at the position of OSI programmer manager, and these are the list of questions I have asked, and I got my answers, appropriate answers to it as well. So here I come to end of my presentation. I hope you like it. Thank you.